Okay, let's do one more video real quick. Jeremy, the quartering. I guess someone stole his logo or something and turned it into an NFT, which is funny because NFTs are the dumbest thing ever. And the fact that he's been victimized by the NFT community kind of makes me laugh. But for some weird reason, he seems to think NFTs are woke, which is very strange considering my experience with the NFT and crypto community is that they tend to be younger to middle-aged white investor bro guys who tend to skew right-wing, not left. At the very least, they're libertarians. So I'm very curious why he thinks they're woke, or if he'll even try and justify him labeling them as woke other than they're people he doesn't like and therefore they must be woke. Let's find out.
You know, I actually meant to do a video about kind of this woke SJW NFT market.
I've never once heard anyone describe NFTs as woke or SJW. What is he talking about? He stole his logo from someone else. He doesn't own his logo. Oh, that's funny. If that's true. Oh my god! The quartering stole his logo! Allegedly. 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 It's possible it happened the other way. I don't know.
Marketplace, and it kind of got lost in the
Procagom says, how many buzzwords can he fit into one sentence? Let's find out.
Until today, I came across a listing on their website of my stolen property listed for $160,000. So yeah, we're going to talk about it today. So everything I've learned about NFTs has been against my will. And
True. NFTs are dog shit.
And everything I've seen about them is essentially negative.
I agree with Jeremy on that.
I'm not so foolish as to believe there aren't positive things about the technology. I'm not so stupid to think that there isn't money being made there, whether nefariously or legitimately. It's just not my thing. I've tried to understand blockchain.
It looks like these are pictures, NFTs of Stone Toss comics. And for those who don't know about Stone Toss is a literal Nazi. And his comics are like Nazi shit, just so you know.
I've tried to understand.
Procagom says, just once, for a fleeting moment, we are all in agreement with Jeremy. That will immediately end. Probably.
You know, crypto and stuff like that. It's just not something that, I don't know, it's just hard for me to register, and it all gets kind of cloudy. One day, I'll pay somebody some money to sit down and just educate me on it, because
I'll do it for free, Jeremy. NFTs are dumb and bullshit. There's nothing to understand. They're digital Beanie Babies, but you don't even own the Beanie Baby. You own a receipt that says you own the Beanie Baby, and the Beanie Baby is hosted on someone else's server that they could change or shut down at any time. So there you go. Dan Olson just put out a over 2-hour documentary on crypto and NFTs. Dan Olson is excellent. Please go watch Dan Olson's new video. I believe he goes by Folding Ideas on YouTube.
It can't be something that I continue to ignore. But this way, so my first interaction with this particular website, OpenSea, was over this. Political cartoonist claims NFT.
Just calling Stone Toss a political cartoonist is like calling Goebbels a political advisor.
Platforms OpenSea rarable of being tools for political censorship. While NFT collectibles have been very popular, NFTs have brought a slew of unique debates to the table, and one of them has been censorship.
Yeah, I saw the guy from the One House or whatever. He's trying to sell his NFTs. It's pretty funny. Rad Laura with 100 bits says, this has been a fun first live tune-in. I've been watching the reposts on YouTube for more than a year, and it's fun to finally be watching live. I'm a pharmacy tech going back to work tomorrow after being off sick with COVID, so this was fun last night before jumping back into that world. Well, I'm glad you're doing better, and I'm glad you can make a stream. I hope going back to work isn't too bad. I hope anti-vax weirdos don't harass you. I've seen some videos of people doing that to pharmacists, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm glad you could tune in. Thanks. And thanks for the bits.
Well, I'm mostly concerned with them stealing my property, but we'll talk about that too. The artist behind Stone Toss Comics, a series of political cartoons, has been censored.
Again, Stone Toss is a literal Nazi that puts JQ stuff in his comics.
By two very prominent NFT marketplaces, OpenSea and Rarible.
The one person that I don't care if they get stolen from is Nazis. If you're a Nazi, I don't care if someone steals from you. I'm not saying you should steal from anyone. Don't steal from anyone. But if I read a news story that says, famous Nazi has bad thing happen to them, I'm not going to feel bad.
Stone Toss has told the public on social media that the artist fears these NFT platforms are being used as tools for political censorship.
What does that even mean?
Censorship of any kind was loathed in the early days of crypto, but these days, acts of censorship have been slipping through the cracks. The very nature of Bitcoin and blockchain technology is touted as censorship resistant. Tools and non-fungible token assets are meant to provide censorship resistance to things like artwork, online creations, collectibles, virtual items, and more. However, while the NFT marketplace allows users to connect their wallets and buy and sell NFTs like a decentralized exchange platform, unlike DEX applications, the web portals hosting the NFTs are considered centralized, although some DEX applications have been accused of centralization and censorship as well.
Daddy Sume says, even a broken clock is right twice a day, but Jeremy isn't a broken clock, he's a broken radio. A broken radio just screeches incoherent noises whenever you turn it on.
You don't have to understand what NFTs are. They're these things, these like, it's like metadata behind an image that, you know, it doesn't matter. Think of it as a digital collectible.
Again, it's more a receipt that leads to a digital collectible-ish. Again, go watch Dan Olson's thing. He explains it better. It's 2 hours long. It's great.
You know, magic card or sports card or something like that. It's more complex than that, but for my conversation, that's all we really need to know. Flirk's NFTs deplatformed from OpenSea and Rarible. I actually have a Flirk. He gave me one.
So someone who makes NFTs of far right-wing artwork gifted one to Jeremy. Gee, I wonder why.
Of me. And told me I could sell it. I don't understand enough about these things, so I didn't want to sell anything, or, you know, I was happy to, you know.
How is this woke? He's literally describing, like, Nazis using the platform.
Retweet his campaign or
Nazis who he's casually acquainted with, apparently.
whatever. Hope he made a bunch of money, but I don't understand them. So, Flirk's NFTs have seen support from conservative cartoonist Ben Garrison, internet funny man Ricky Berwick, and comedian Sam Hyde. The weekend, the artist Stone Toss spoke with Bitcoin.com News and told our news desk that some of the censorship that has happened with recent Stone Toss NFT collection. On November 20th, me and the team of mine launched a sale of 5,000 NFT art pieces connected to my work. Stone Toss explained. The project was called Flirks. The project was a set of generative art pieces in similar style to the famous Bored Ape and CryptoPunk's NFT projects.
The only thing more embarrassing than having an NFT profile pic is having an NFT profile pic generated by an algorithm whose assets were designed by a literal Nazi. Brockgom says, come on, Hannah, Nazi is short for National Socialists, the ultimate woke crowd.
Well, whatever, go on this website. The project collected 420 Ethereum, about $1.8 million. Stone Toss further stressed, as is popular with NFTs.
$1.8 million. The world is stupid. Poetic Fox with 10 months says, 10 months, F Pebblechuck. I like that someone who made $1.8 million is complaining about censorship. We're so censored. Didn't you just get $1.8 million?
People were immediately speculating on the resale price of artwork secondary markets like OpenSea and Rarible. Of course, the shocking sellout time was a strong signal for huge demand. Within 6 hours of sellout, trade volume...
Wait, are you telling me that there's a huge crossover between crypto NFT bros and the far right? I'm shocked.
The Flirks NFTs exceeded 100 Ethereum on OpenSea. It was around that point, for reasons unknown to us, OpenSea had apparently delisted Flirks from their platform, preventing further sales. Sometime thereafter, we were also delisted from Rarible. And I mean...
It's almost like they don't want their platform associated with fucking neo-Nazis. Crazy.
So, this is not uncommon, right? These SJWs, these...
People who don't want... Again, I cannot stress this enough. Stone Toss is a literal neo-Nazi to the point that I don't even feel comfortable showing his artwork on stream because it is so overtly anti-Semitic and racist. I would be afraid I would be committing TOS violations by showing actual full comics by him. If you deplatform a literal neo-Nazi, that is enough for Jeremy to label you as an SJW woke person. Remember that time someone on Twitter said "fuck Hitler" and Jeremy quote tweeted it and said "yikes"? Remember that time Jeremy was gonna write an article for the Daily Stormer? A literal neo-Nazi rag? Weird that he keeps defending neo-Nazis and is friends with some. That's so weird, isn't it? Huh? What a coincidence.
Big, super huge mega corporations are getting in here and they don't care. Now, as theft thrives, artists say OpenSea does little to protect copyrights. Well, yeah, they're selling a piece of my...
For those who don't know, by the way, there's a literal subreddit called "The Quartering is a Nazi." I don't really go there, but I'm aware of its existence, so... If you want a subreddit where they point out how stupid Jeremy is, here it is. There's only 1,200 readers right now, so you could join their subreddit and grow them.
Artwork for $160,000. Why the heck am I supposed to be the one? Why do I have to police? Why do I have to police my own copyright stuff over here on your website? You're a website that probably makes millions of dollars.
Yeah, it's almost like NFTs are dog shit.
Some artists are reporting major issues with OpenSeas. Now, political cartoons, bad. Stealing other people's property and selling it on our website.
Political cartoons drawn by a Nazi with Nazi messaging. He's really trying to avoid the topic that Stone Toss is a Nazi. Isn't that weird how he's not talking about that Stone Toss is a Nazi? That's crazy.
Website, totally.
But yes, also stealing, if you do have copyright over something, stealing, that's bad. Okay? Doesn't stop the fact that you're defending a Nazi. Daddy Sume says, it's almost like defending your copyright requires action. Bronkagam says, why do I have to protect my own property? You should protect my property. You can actually, DeviantArt now has a thing where they automatically scan to make sure your art isn't being stolen by NFT bros. So Jeremy, I guess upload your copyrighted artwork to DeviantArt and they will warn you.
Fine. I suppose that's very communistic. NFTs are verified on a blockchain and thus add a sense of transparency when it comes to buying and selling digital artwork.
Was Jeremy seriously going to write an article for the Daily Stormer? Yeah. It was about the Magic the Gathering community and how he got kicked out of it for being a piece of shit and harassing a cosplayer. And then people were like, that's really bad optics, Jeremy. You probably shouldn't write an article for the Daily Stormer. And he was like, oh, okay. And then he didn't.
but none of that matters to the artist if their work is stolen in the first place. Although it is not uncommon for artists to issue takedown notices across various NFT marketplaces, some Twitter users have pointed out that OpenSea has been particularly difficult to deal with when it comes to reporting theft of art. Twitter user NFT thefts have been collecting evidence from artists who have publicly tweeted out others impersonating them or selling their artwork without permission. In regards to OpenSea, two particular issues have surfaced: bots that upload stolen artwork and the slow processing of reacting takedowns. One artist, Muffins and Stitches, has been filing numerous takedown notices for stolen artwork at OpenSea, but has received poor support from the company. After submitting a ticket, OpenSea replied and said that it can take up to a week depending on the complexity of the issue. Well, in the meantime, the art can be sold and resold again on their platform, right? Another user, John Nymeister, taking the matter in their own hands and asked artists to go get in touch if they have any of their work stolen and minted as NFT. He explains.
Sky Come Up Fallen says, this is what unfettered free speech looks like, Jeremy. Copyright infringement, kiddie porn, and Nazis. This is what the right's idea of a perfect social media will become.
That he will research and organize legal action against these platforms profiting off stolen work. Well, he's got my signature and my platform. People just stealing art off the internet and selling it as their own. Section 512 of Title 17 of the DMCA outlines a procedure for notice and takedown requests. When a DMC notice is received, the online service provider must respond expeditiously to that request. OpenSea has a page dedicated to the matter where they discuss the components of DMCA. Yeah, well, you're selling this.
I want to know what kind of person buys this. Who looks at this and goes, yes, I must own an NFT of the Quarterings logo, and I'm willing to buy it for $156,000. I feel like knowing that person would be like staring into the abyss. Just madness unbound, crawling into the deepest depths of the synapses of your mind. Garo the Khajiit says, I really need to check out what the legal options are for if your art is stolen to make an NFT, because it happens to my art, I will flip my shit. Yeah, not a lot, unfortunately. You can contact these places, but they don't do a lot about it. It's kind of really, really dog shit.
You stole my YouTube description, right? You didn't even... This is clearly a bot. Look at that.
Oh god, the Dune NFT bro thing? Yes. Thank you, Daddy Sume. I will look at it after this video.
Yes. Transfer. I don't know. I would need CoffeeZilla or someone else. Somebody else help me figure it out. Looks like it was transferred from Don...
Oh wait, was this actually an explanation of why they fucked up? It just looks like it's an article about it. Because we covered the article when it happened, when they bought the book. Yeah, I think this is just about the sale, which we covered, and it's interesting. I'm just curious what they were thinking. It explains how they were stupid? Okay, I guess maybe I'll take a look then.
Am.com to BFB 516 3 months ago. Then it was minted. I don't know what that means, from null address to them. Then transferred, and now it was listed 3 months ago.
Jeremy's just mad he can't get on this sweet, sweet scamming crypto bros train.
For 50, I don't know, Ethereum? Yeah. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
$156,000, $156,000.
They thought it gave them the copyright? They're idiots.
$1,848. I don't know if there's more. Here, let's look at this user, right? This is the user. One of one NFTs available at my crappy website. Crypto wallets made easy. Don't send the wrong address. Reserve your name at whatever. So I can assume that just all of these are probably stolen?
A lot of them, probably. Not all of them, necessarily.
I don't know. I want my stuff down. And honestly, like, okay, so I have to do some sort of form now. So in the meantime, I have to, like...
I mean, that's kind of always how it works. That's what the DMCA is. You file a thing with the company. That's pretty much how it works, yeah.
Hope that OpenSea maybe listens to it. I'm not even an artist. I couldn't...
If they don't, you'd have to take legal action. Yeah, that's how it works.
Couldn't even imagine what it was like, what it's like, you know, and hopefully the purpose of this video really is to raise attention of the rampant copyright infringement and profiteering off stolen property.
Why did he spend half the video talking about how mad he is that they deplatformed a Nazi then? What was that about? Hydrate.
That's happening at OpenSea's. Now, you don't want to be the wrong political affiliation on their website, because that would be, they remove you.
Yeah, and being a Nazi on any website is not good. Being a Nazi in real life is also not good.
Instantly, if you are the wrong political affiliation. They've got no time for Republicans.
Simple Catgirl says, I think Jeremy is a great lesson on why obsessing about the left's, the SJWs and imaginary censorship and imaginary problems leads you to being, in my opinion, a neo-Nazi. Also, you look beautiful today, Hannah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
But they're fine listing stolen property. Like, obviously, this clown doesn't own my logo. All right. I paid $250 fair and square for that. All right. And
it would be funny, considering someone else pointed out that his logo exists elsewhere, if Jeremy paid $250 for that and someone just gave him something that already existed on a white background and colored it blue and scammed him. That would be very Jeremy, because Jeremy's pretty stupid, if I'm being honest.
And it's probably based on clip art. But it's...
He even knows!
It's not theirs to sell. OpenSea, you got to take this down, and you need to do better making people prove that they actually own stuff.
Yeah, shaming the NFT people, that'll work, because we all know NFT bros have a ton of shame.
You can't take... And I don't want one of my multi-millionaire followers get fooled into buying this. I have NFTs that are quartering themed, and I don't want to sell them because I don't want somebody spending a bunch of money on something I don't even understand fully. Get this fixed, OpenSea. And oh, by the way, stop being SJW losers on top of it. Hope you...
Take down my thing and give my Nazi friends its profile back. Stone Corbell says, calling NFTs SJW because they stole from you is like Conservapedia levels of labeling things I don't like liberal.
If you enjoyed this video, we'll talk to you again real soon.
God, Jeremy's either even more disingenuous than I thought, or much stupider, and I can't figure out which is worse. So that's what Jeremy's up to. Being dumb.